fine. We start with Inferno.
So Dignitas probably going to start CT. They just won the knife.
Yep.
It's good for them. I think their CT is pretty solid. They did a couple mistakes yesterday. But I think they had more. They struggled more on the T side than the CT side.
Okay.
So I think they should be fine. And I'm excited to see how Rez is going to handle their T side. Because yesterday was pretty basic. You know, take control of bracket, go back to B.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully Dignitas cut on that.
And what we saw Dignitas use actually on there when they played Inferno for the first game, it was actually a lot of trying to like fake it out and stuff as well. It was very strat heavy focused, and despite obviously what the score ended up, they still won the map and they managed to make it work. So both teams have got something to work off. I'm sure they both last night watched demos ahead of this, expecting that maybe Inferno would come into it. Like you said, they've maybe walked away from this enjoying what the vetoes look like.
Dignitas got a lot more rest and time to get ready for that game too. That to be said, like
very good.
Res Gaming stopped playing at like 11, 12 maybe. When Dignitas stopped playing around 5.
Yeah.
So they were able to watch demos, get ready, watch Res play, and they knew their opponent before in a way. So we'll see how that affects the team. At the same time, Dignitas had way less match time. Almost no game time for Dignitas because they destroyed their second opponent.
Yeah.
They had a hard first game, and then that was it. While Rez played a lot longer games, a lot more exhausting games. But that might help them in the end, because that means that you had to go through more issues and you had to talk about these issues to fix them for today. And I think that's really important to get a lot of playtime before the playoffs to kind of like pull fine every details.
Well, it's time to get into the game. The commentators are ready. It's Snods and Hugo. They're going to take you through the first map of Inferno.
Thank you very much, Banks and Miss Harvey. We're happy to be here. It's going to be, of course, a very good game. Some say the grand final here in the semis.
Yeah, I mean, coming into this one, obviously, you know, former finalists from Copenhagen Games, Ares versus Rez, they had the close matchup in the deciding best of one yesterday, and we thought, okay, is this potentially the best two teams on paper at the event? Now it seems like, you know, the new potential final that's coming prematurely could be this matchup here.
I mean, it's just going to be an exciting one all across the board. Obviously, best of threes. Now we had the best of one group stage over and done with. A lot of close wins there. Of course, we saw both these teams play Inferno as well, which will be the first map of the day. And yeah, both shaky teams. Both games went to OT. So you know, it's going to be a 3-map series. I think it's going to all 3 maps. But kicking it off, of course, Rez's map pick on Inferno. Snods, I want to hear your official prediction right as we jump into this.
I think the map veto is very good here for Dignitas early on, obviously.
Yeah.
Inferno, Nuke coming into train as well. This could definitely be a 2-0 for Dignitas, but it all comes down to Inferno for me.
Well, let's have a look. We got Dig on the CT side after winning that knife, and straight up, Rez into Banana. They're going very, very aggressive here early on. Nades in for the CT side, and that's a good HE. Potter tagged early, and Tika and Vilga are going to receive a bit of damage as well.
Interesting as well. You can see Dignitas stacking 3 players towards the B-bomb side, obviously expecting Rez to go fast towards Banana. And the advantage for Dignitas as well, able to watch the final matches yesterday in Group B from the hotel room, able to essentially watch those demos live and try and, you know, counter the strats they were seeing from Rez, countering pistols potentially. Obviously for Rez yesterday on the CT side pistol, they ran down middle and ran down Banana. They played very aggressive. And you can see Dignitas are wary of that said aggression. Bomb making his way now towards Banana. All 2 players as well that were towards mid from Rez are going to be falling back towards Banana as well. So now it's a difficult decision now for Goose. Does she stay towards CT? Does she go back towards Arch and aid towards the A-bomb site? Let's see. Flash coming in towards the B-bomb site now. As Rez Gaming prepare for the assault towards B.
This is going to be so paramount to get these opening kills with Dig having many players on the site. Emulite first blood. She's going to take down 2 players. Pistol for a third, but she won't get it. Rain makes up for the frag, but already these CTs in full control. The bomb site. Goose Breeder follows up as well. Giuliano dead. And Zaz, the last player, stuck in the CT spawn. She's making noise. She's been heard. Knife out. Milk takes the kill. And Dig, they're going to find that pistol round on the CT side.
Dig are looking good here early on as ready. Obviously, I'm not sure if you watched the match yesterday from the hotel maybe, but Rez versus Ares, right? Towards the end of the matchup, you can see the frustration starting to mount for Rez Gaming. Obviously coming into this tournament being the heavy favourites, right? Former champions of last year's event, former Copenhagen Games champions as well. This is the team that, you know, Miss Harvey was talking about the desk as well, the legacy within the female Counter-Strike scene. Rez has already made their legacy and their mark in the history of the female Counter-Strike scene. And Dignitas, is this the beginning of theirs?
The thing is, some people would look at this on paper and go, oh, Dignitas, you know, underdogs coming into this matchup, you know, expected to be second place in the event maybe, you know, if this was a grand final. But the thing is, Dignitas have looked better this event than Rez have, in my opinion, so far. So this is going to be crazy to see if Rez are able to actually show up as they always do. But Goose Breeder up on Arch with the MP7. She's going to be trying to open things up, a bit too aggressive for her own liking. Potter going to take her down, so Rez pull it back into a 4-on-4, and with that, we don't see too heavy rotations. Still Dig keep one player on that B bomb site. Zaz has crept her way up towards the A site through short, but Team Dignitas should be aware of this. Emily not ready for that. Zaz not going to hit the shot, and Emily flicks back. One kill from her, and I'll start to follow up, but pistols in play from Rez, and they're making this one costly. 2v2 now with a bomb down.
No defuse as well for Dignitas in this one. 2 versus 2. Weapons, though, haven't been salvaged so far for Rez Gaming, so it's just going to be the P215 Deagle here for Vilga and Giuliano. No utility as well, so they can't flash around quad or flash towards Arch, but instead, Rain gets spots out towards quad. Also have Mook as well. Milks are coming in towards Arch. First frag found by Rain, but it is to reply there for Vilga. Turns around as well, finds the second shot onto Rain. 1 versus 2. We go 1-1.
Keeping it close at the very least, but Rez winning that force buy is going to be difficult for the Team Dig economy. Again, CT side Inferno, you're going to want to get that money early on into this match. Get some utility, get Molotovs, of course, that AWP up in the hands of Elite, something that you're definitely going to need if you're fighting up against the likes of Rez Gaming with the latest addition of Potter on that AWP as well for the current T side. But again, 2 players towards B here for Dig, nothing out of the ordinary. Artstar's going to push up into Boiler for the time being, but Rez are pretty well equipped for this. They've got a lot of rifles in play, so already looking towards the top of Banana is going to be Zaz, trying to feel out the Dignitas defense. Again, we had Dig, when they ran this map up against Singularity in the group stages, they get a lot of time just ran solo B and played a very passive B site with Rain kind of stuck at the back of the site. This is something that if Rez watched the demos, if they saw the matches, they know that Dig like to ran. So a very dangerous setup, but luckily Dig have 2 players here. Rez still going to start to push in. Zaz doesn't check the corner, she looks at the boost, and Rain opens up with that first frag.
Issue is right now for Rez Gaming. Do they anticipate the push towards middle from Dig? Goose Breeder in towards underpass here towards middle. Shoots the shotgun at too long range. Potter gets the instant frag there towards the underpass position at middle. 3 versus 3, and the site's been given up here by Dignitas. It may be equalised numbers here, Hugo. The firepower, the site as well, all in favour of Rez so far.
The question is, if they even go for it, maybe not with that shot. Potter takes down Milk. So while this did look doable for a second, even with the AK on Rain, this is not going to be an easy round to win if you are Team Dig. They're definitely going to consider the save here, and in fact, they're actually going to fall all the way back. Not looking to contest this one, want to keep some money going forward. Again, it's still going to be an eco for Dig. They won't be buying up too heavily around this, maybe some pistols, but that will really be it. They want that money coming into the 5th of the half, of course, and Rez keeping 3 alive. Good money moving forward. They're going to be confident again, and controlling the pace on the T side. I mean, this is, from what we saw from Dig in the group stages again in Inferno, you know, they had a very weak CT side on this map. It was the T side they were able to pick up 10 rounds and take it in OT as well. So watching them on the CT side, I'm very, very worried as to, you know, that was them losing 5-10 down to a team like Singularity. Obviously not a bad team at all, but Rez, another step above.
It was the exact same though for Rez, right? All their matches, they had the first half go 10-5, and somehow, some way, they ended up losing one of those matches versus Squared on Cobblestone. Went into overtime as well versus Ares, somehow having that 5-round advantage and double digits already in the first half. But the key thing here as well, Hugo, is obviously winning the pistol is crucial on a map like Inferno. Speaking of pistols already, Goose Breeder with the double frag towards Banana, the good flashbang as well, and a well-timed push. The issue is obviously they show 3 players towards top Banana. That should mean Rez have the instant reply. I understand there should be a clear side here.
Oh, but Elite, she misses a shot. That's big now because Antika's on the bomb site. Molotov goes in deep. This will cut off rotations here from Dignitas. They've got to all move in through the archway. Rez can get the bomb down again. Another 3v3 post plant. We saw this in the previous round. Zaz already looking to get aggressive, but as she goes down, it opens up an opportunity for Team Dig. Again, 2 players unarmored here, so if anyone's going to step up, it has to be Artstar with that AK-47 build. Spotted up on Arch. Zaz takes a kill, looking for a second, and there's Goose Breeder dead. But even with the trade, that's not enough. Artstar stuck in a 1-on-2. And with that, she will save once again, holding on to the AK for yet another round. Rez, they are going to be up to 3 here on the T side, looking good to start things off. Team Dig, though, they should be coming in with the Vice Knots.
They should be indeed, obviously. Artstar salvage the AK into the next round. It's round number 5. Going to allow themselves to have extra utility. We know how important utility is on the CT side of Inferno. Gaining control early towards Banana, obviously with the double Molotov set up in the smoke towards the bottom of it. Flashbangs as well if you want to go for the retake towards Banana. So for the CT side, obviously salvaging that one weapon could mean full utility for one of their players, or even potentially the AWP to come out. It will be for MU Leeds. So we are going to be seeing the AWP into play finally. And for both teams as well, Potter had a shaky game on Cobblestone versus Squared on Cobblestone earlier. But now we get to see the reformed play from Rez. Obviously, they got back into the hotel the same time we did, Hugo. About midnight. Late games, obviously, going into the night. How much time have they really had to prepare in terms of demos, in terms of, you know, pre-planning strategies to counter what they saw earlier from Dignitas? Vilga going to be hearing the steps and the jump as well towards the top of Banana, maybe expecting the boost.
Surely she should know here. The shots came through from the top and she's going to check it. Can't find the angle to milk. So close. All she has to do is walk back and she'll have potentially a free kill. She sees the top of the head. She's trying to get an angle. There it is. Vilga's got a kill. And she knows there's a second player here as well because Team Dig obviously went for that boost. So Flash goes over the top. She tries to chase down Rain, but she thinks she's run back. She actually ran past Rain, still gets a kill somehow. And now Rez, 2 opening kills towards that B-bomb site. Dignitas, other side of the map, and only just beginning to rotate in. Considering we have a smoke left for the CT spawn on Potter, this is totally doable here for Rez, considering MU Elite won't be able to catch that cross from the CT spawn with the AWP. And Zaz even catches a rotation on Artstar, who tries to look into mid for some information. This is going big in the favour of Rez.
MU Elite as well with the AWP, no Kevlar. Hard enough task to retake this B site with an AWP. Factor in a lack of Kevlar as well just makes it even harder. There should be the save now coming from Dignitas early on. Should be 4 rounds, 1 in a row. Zaz as well going to claim the life of Goosebreeder towards the A site. Anyway, towards CT. MU Elite telegraphs exactly where she is. You can see as well Zaz on low HP, but it won't make a difference versus that AWP.
Yeah, she's going to be chased, sandwiched in between so many players here. This is not going to be an easy place to save an AWP, and she can't even get into the doorway as well. Walks backwards into the wall. Antigua takes that kill, and Rez, 4-1 lead. Again, strong start to this map on Inferno. There were question marks definitely coming into this game with the performance in the group stage for Rez, only coming out in second seed. That's why you're seeing both these teams play in the semi-finals. But Rez is showing up so far.
But then again, we see this a lot with top teams, right? Think about SK in terms of coming out of these tournaments, maybe second seed out of the groups, and then into the bracket play, they end up winning these tournaments. I mean, we're speaking about earlier today, Cologne, where they had the upset loss versus Space Soldiers, and went on to win the whole event versus Cloud9 in the final. It's one of these scenarios where these, you know, within their own right, within their own scene, legendary teams. Yeah. Obviously, Rez, in terms of the women's Counter-Strike scene, they can, you know, make you through the bracket play, into the bracket play, by the skin of their teeth. And then once the best of threes come in and the consistency's there across all 3 maps, they can have the proper veto system. They can have the scenario where they are favored. And this is a team that is so used to being the favorites that they're going to be able to deal with the pressure.
Yeah, and again, when it comes down to best of one, some teams do definitely struggle. Obviously, SK, and that's all the Swiss format events that we've been having recently, at least on all these large events, including the major. You know, when it comes to best of ones, maybe not the best, but moving into best of threes, that's where they get a lot more confidence. And Rez, certainly a team I think would align as a comparison. 4-1 up, Team Dig with very little to play with. It's only pistols, a couple of nades here for Milk just to delay the B play, but she is alone on that bomb site. So Rez walking up towards the stacked A site with a 4-player crossfire up in the middle. Bit of a dangerous setup here if Rez were to walk in, but again, with only pistols, they should be able to win this round without too much of a confrontation here from Dignitas. If they can get aggressive, maybe find a frag early on, take a gun, we can see Dignitas do some damage, but Rez playing very slow. Passive default, holding on early on, making sure Dig don't pull in anything crazy. Now smoke and flash towards middle. Antigua not going to check the corner though. Goosebreeder with a free frag, and Artstar will even follow up from long, so that's a 2-for-1 trade in favour of Team Dignitas. Again, unequipped for this job. They're yet to pick up the guns, but I think Potter just blew an AK with that nade over to Team Dig. Will they find it?
I don't think so. I think Artstar rotated away from Arch, so I believe the AK may still be there. But this is the thing so far for Dignitas, obviously, finding 2 frags with their eco, taking out, what, $10,000 worth of investment out of Rez's economy. Even if they lose this round, finding 2 frags with the PT50s is going to be a job well done. As a site isn't actually clear. Maybe we're expecting a double play towards quad, but Vilga and Potter will diminish any chance of a CT defense towards that A bomb site, and it is going to go 5-1. So this is now 5 rounds, 1 in a row for Rez. 3 players surviving currently, but now once the, you know, PT50s making their way into towards the site, you can see Vilga as well, 2 HP, Potter 12 HP. So there's a chance for more weapons to be taken out of the arsenal from Rez Gaming, from Dignitas' PT50s and whatnot.
Yeah, that certainly seems like it's going to be the case, but Vilga, she hits a shot, having a great game to kick off this first map in the semi-finals, so That looks to continue. And again, Rez, they've been taking pretty much all of these rounds, convincingly with 3 players. I think that will definitely change here with players having to exit away from the bomb early on and Art start holding that angle down through second mid. So she's going to be ready, surely, just to hit one shot and take down one of these players. Vilga again, moving through. Potter again. Not going to go down to the bomb. Vilga will, though.
I think if you're Dignitas, if you lose this buy round coming up shortly, it would potentially warrant a pause. I mean, you heard on the desk as well from Miss Harvey the confidence that has to be behind this Dignitas team, right? It's almost as if it's their wind behind their sails, right? 1 to 5 down, you've lost, well, you've been ecoed essentially, your money's been shattered, you've been forced onto these ecos time and time again. We're seeing another buy round come out for Dignitas. If they lose this one, it should be time for a change.
Oh, great shot from Emulite, but it's traded by Giuliano. Top of banana control. Team Dig with 3 players here looking to contest. Nades in, well placed, and Giuliano going to be forced back, but it's the same story for Wayne, who's on 60 HP.
This is an issue for me from Dignitas. Obviously, if they watch the game, which they should have been doing, obviously, knowing that their opponent right now would have been the winner of last night's best of 1. The thing we saw from Res Gaming time and time again was aggression at the start towards Banana. If you're going to be taking an AWP there and you're only going to be throwing out a Molotov, you have to be expecting a wide face. Giuliano, Zaz, whatever, they were getting so aggro towards Banana at the start of the round. Just have an AWP post towards the corner. Giuliano's got a wide face over the Molotov, and that should give you that first frag for free, and you don't run that same risk of potentially being traded out.
Now with a pick and 2 players left on A, Rez will opt to go towards the site. Vilga not checking the corner, but somehow she doesn't get taken down. Given a lifeline, given a second opportunity, but she won't be able to strike. It's Giuliano instead who takes the frag. And with Potter on the AWP, that's Goosebreeder dead on the archway. So now Rez have the site once again. And Snods, feels like we've seen this multiple times, this map. Rez with a 3-on-2 and a post plant on the A-bomb site. Team Dignitas has left to retake, and realistically, this isn't doable.
Yeah, especially when you consider the after plant positions as well now for Rez. AWP from Potter in towards the default side. Not the best position to have it. But then again, Zaz towards Pit, playing the headshot angle, should be able to find these frags easily.
Oh, well, there's one for Milk, but Zaz has already picked up a teammate. And there we go, Giuliano finishes off. So pretty clean for Rez, pretty expected. I think we're at the point where Dignitas realised they had to go for that one.
Yeah, this has to be a pause right now for Dig. What hasn't been working, what has been working, obviously, we know that Rez want to go for the early banana control. Save your utility. Why are Rez going for the early control towards banana? They want to force out your smokes. They want to force out any utility the CTs have early on. If they're forcing out the Dignitas smokes towards the top of banana at 1 minute 30, 1 minute 40, right? They are going to run out of smokes towards, what, minute on the clock, 50 seconds left on the clock, and it's very easy for Rez to go for a contact play in towards B, go for their own execution in towards the B bomb site where they're not going to be paranoid about a smoke going down at 30 seconds, where they have to be forced to run through a smoke where they have a massive disadvantage, And as well for Dig, they've never had a scenario where their economy's been able to warrant the Molotovs required to hold that B bomb site. Which, is a shame, because really, the problems and the troubles have been towards the A side. Rez, going in towards middle, they have a very strong mid default. Smoke towards Arch, flashes that rain over. Where are Dignitas going to be changing and reconfiguring their CT defense here? I think if you are Dig, you hold on to your early utility towards Banana. You could send Emulite there with the AWP at the start, but play towards the corner. You could definitely find a frag onto Zaz, or definitely Giuliano, maybe over-facing towards the top of Banana. And then now if you're Res Gaming, do you instantly take banana control and execute towards the B-bomb site? Do you expect Emulate to take the AWP there again?
Surely, right? Surely you just go for something fast-paced. That's a great way to come back after a pause if you're Res Gaming in this situation, right? Team Dignitas are going to be reconfigured and at least, trying to set up in whatever they want to do in this round. Maybe they'll bring some aggression in on the CT side, and Res, if they just throw in a nice fast round, try and get onto a bomb site instantly instead of playing these slow defaults like we have been seeing in the last few rounds, they could certainly catch Team Dig off guard and basically completely shut down that the point of that entire pause. But Team Dignitas just mulling it over for the time being, obviously with their coach of XP3.
That was the name I was asking about. XP3, of course. I knew I recognized it from somewhere. Winter Fox. Yeah. This is the thing. Well. This is the thing, right? Dignitas, have they overread Rez's game last night? They watched the demo. Have they tried to change too much of their CT side to try and counter what they saw intrinsically last night from Res Gaming versus Ares? And are they trying things that are too complex? I mean, are they changing up too much? Sending 3 towards Banana, for example, on the pistol. Yes, it worked. But in these buy rounds, Emulate's up towards B hasn't worked. Their mid-control has been poor. They say that complexity is the enemy of execution. And are they overthinking what Rez are doing?
Well, Rez, a team that's had flack in the past for just, pugging
essentially
some of these maps on the T side. And the issue is, it does, well, not the issue, but the thing is, it does actually work. You know, they seem to win every single female event. And this at least core of 4 players has been so strong, or even the core of 3 has been so strong over the last couple of years. You know, winning the last 2 Intel challenges, as you said earlier, Copenhagen Games, pretty much everything has been in this 3-player core. So let's see if they can continue that here in the semi-finals. It is pistols now for Dignitas, so just a bit of utility and some armor. They've got that max loss bonus that's kicked in after 5 rounds, so they can be willing to invest somewhat here, buy up next round. Have full rifles in that AWP that we know on Emulite. They've gone early on B, but the issue is Rez. They sped up the pace as we expected, going quick towards the A bomb site. Rotations are in for Team Dignitas, but will the cavalry arrive in time? Rain's the only player to get a frag on the CT side, and while she does double down, it's 3 for Rez. Bomb can go down on the site as well, and while Giuliano's tagged, Rez are in a really good position to win this one.
2 versus 3. Potter will spot out Rain, putting it down to just 12 HP. Over the double face towards Arch from Dignitas. Now all down to Artsteiner 1 versus 3. And now they should be going down 1 to 7 here. Artstar obviously has the Kevlar smoke double flashbang. I imagine the smokes are trying to be rotated towards Banana. But obviously those smokes won't come into play. 1 to 7 now, 6-round deficit as we head into the round number 9 here for Dignitas. And what's going to change? What's the difference from that pause? Is it going to be saved utility at the start towards Banana? Is it going to be more aggression towards apartments potentially, or towards middle? Maybe some of the AWP towards quad? We know that Res Gaming are very confident, and obviously the AWP can definitely exploit and take full effect out of the overconfidence from Res if they overstep and walk into those scopes.
I think one of the big issue is the reliance of Enemy Elite on the B bomb site with that AWP in the last time they played this. I'd like to see them switch it up over towards A, but look at this fast-paced attack from Vilga. Milk just left alone. The Molotov cuts off Rain from trading while she pushes him back late. Antika is holding the angle. No flash to help. No teammate there. Dig still have 1 player on the site, but Enemy Elite, she's essentially in a 1-on-3 as they begin to push. First frag found. How much more will she get done? Antika's low, and Enemy Elite, she's defending with 2 kills. Rez giving up an opportunity to win this round straight off the bat. Would that be attack attempt, sorry, as now we are going to be into a 3-on-3, and Rez walking back up towards the A bomb site. 2 players here on the defense. No rotation has been found from Team Dignitas. That may not be known by Rez. They may expect a couple players on that B bomb site after Emulite sped up.
Dignitas are playing so scared towards the A bomb site. Artstar spots out, sees the bomb. But the AWP is still towards the B bomb site as Res make their way up quad.
There's a shot from Artstar. Good flashbang. She blinds herself, but still gets a kill right before Goosebreeder follows up. Artstar looking for a second one, but where's her teammate? They're peeking in 1v1s. Giuliano could have won that situation. She could have taken that frag, but it will finally be going the way of Dignitas. However, with 2 saved players in that round and Team Dignitas' money already in shambles, this could really come back to haunt them with a reset.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, the pause coming in now as well. You've got to think, if you're Res Gaming, if you win this round and you go 8-2 up, you force the full reset for Dignitas. They're going to be put into such an awkward scenario where, do we double save? Do we force by this round? Do we then eco the next one? We could very easily be looking at a 10-2 scoreline on the T side for Res. And yesterday's matches, all 3 of their games, even though they lost 1 of them, they were always able to get 10 rounds in the first half.
Very strong team so far, and proving it here on Inferno. The issue is, they're at a point where, say this is an equal matchup, right? Say Res gets 7 rounds on the half on T-side Inferno, they're fine. They could go 8-7 and still be happy, but it doesn't look like they're going to be stopping anytime soon. Still a very good half so far, and with Res pulling out their first tactical pause of 2 in this map, just trying to slow down the momentum, not letting Team Dignitas capitalize on that previous round when they know how important this reset is to getting a strong T-side. As you said, that 10-2 scoreline looks very, very positive for them if they can find it. And it is pretty much all off the back of this round, because when we look at those ecos from Team Dignitas, they don't seem to be getting it too close or really getting too much damage on that CT side.
So it is going to be the tactical pause coming out from Res, obviously, trying to see if they can decipher the CT difference from Dignitas so far, trying to work out what's changed. And what really has changed, you can see they're trying to play off of utility. The play from Milk at the start of the round made sense. You go towards sandbags, you know Giuliano is going to get very aggressive towards the top of Banana, so what do? You hide behind sandbags, you then flash, and you peek with the flashbang and you double face from corner and sandbags. The issue is, obviously, Giuliano, I believe it was Giuliano, not quite sure which one it was Banana, but jumped through the Molotov, went through it, and actually found her trying to line up her flashbang, which meant first entry towards B found, and obviously the refrag trying to come out towards the corner there. Things got messy. And obviously, for Res, in the chaos, with their individual skill, with their puggy playstyle as it is, whenever things get chaotic, they always almost work so well off of it.
Well, we're back in. 7-2 up here for Rez on the T side, looking for the reset to the economy of Dignitas. And already a fast-paced approach, lots of Molotovs deep in Banana. That will already force all of this control away from Dig. Again, with 3 players on the site, it looked like they wanted to contest earlier on, but Rez will not give them the opportunity. However, setting up for maybe a pop flash over the top of the roof, and for Milk to burst through, this could be good. Flash through, Vilga's going to be ready, playing that anti-flash. Milk gets a kill regardless, and Potter's not going to be there to trade, so already we're seeing a man advantage here for the CT side. Rez counteracting that by trying to get some information in mid. Antika is going to push up, and with Emulite rotating with that AWP, we're seeing something that Dig, again, ran a lot of the time. Playing 2 players very passive on this B site can be dangerous, but with a player up, they might be able to take this.
Smart play early on from Dignitas. As that flash push nets them the first frag. Emily, obviously, former towards the B-bomb site, found those 2 frags, which was able to win the first buy round essentially for Dignitas in this matchup, and it seems like we may be seeing a resurgence of that. 5 versus 3. As the AWP finds his first frag towards Arch. Where do Rez Gaming now go? Molotov comes out as well. It will delay any chance of a push towards A by a further 6 seconds, and a good push towards Apps as well from Artstar. She takes the risky push, but it should net her that reward, and that is the the 3rd frag so far for Dignitas. She finds Potter. 25 seconds left, and you can see as well the bomb making its mark towards the B-bomb site. Exactly where Dignitas are ready for that play.
And again, Rez running back up with 17 seconds left. This is not going to be an easy site take here for the T side. Milk wide peeking. That flash was perfect. They held back Giuliano. 10 seconds on the clock. They line up. Milk only gets 1, but Rain will make up for it. So Dig take it with 4 players surviving. That was so important if they wanted to carry on in this half again, as we highlighted in the pause. If Rez found that round, even if Dig found that round with 1 or 2 players surviving, it could have been really painful to their economy. But 4 alive, going to be very good moving forward. They can start to build up this bank. And while it is late in the half, there's certainly an opportunity for a comeback.
Looking at the score already, Vilga, 13 frags. We know how strong she can be as that lurk player for Rez. Already the early grenades towards Banana does net some early damage coming forward. Rain as well towards Banana, gets the 3 kill, the silence then 4. Milk chimes in as well just to help against the rush. And Vilga did invest into the AK, but apart from that, it will be 5 players surviving, which is obviously extremely crucial for their money to start to build up going forward. You want to have $4,000, $3,000 so that you can afford a buy even if you lose. You want to be able to afford the reset at all costs. If you do find yourself being reset, you can easily go down 3 rounds out of nowhere.
Oh, nade down Banana, mid, tags down Vilga quite early on. Emulite's going to contest the Banana, but with a Molotov in play, she can't peek for too much longer. Dig with a 3-player B set up again, so Rez going to flash in through the smoke, running really quickly. Goosebreeder mows down too. Artstar's trying to come in for support, but she doesn't need it. 3 kills from Goosebreeder, and Artstar finally mollies out Giuliano. This round is a shutdown. Only Zaz there standing here on the T side, and while she snuck away out of apartments, are about to realise Milk's rounding the corner up towards Long. Will she check the spot? Yes, but a whiff shot from Zaz will result in her death, so finally Team Dignitas on another round, 5-7 here on the CT side.
Finally starting to see some smiles come out from Dignitas, and obviously a team that is pushed by confidence. You could argue for both these teams. Obviously for Dignitas it's more, they get deflated when they're losing. They lose that motivation and that willpower to find that success. Rez Game, on the other hand, it feels like even if they're down 10-5, they can still win every single match. They have that championship mentality where they can bring it back from any sort of deficit or even at the brink of defeat.
Yeah, now it's back to pistols here for Rez, so another confidence-boosting round for Team Dignitas potentially, although they lost the first player up on Banana. Potter grabbed that AK-47, being the only player who's not tagged up by the nades. Team Dig still with 2 players on B here, but Rez, they're not going to commit for the time being. They don't have any utility other than a single incendiary picked up on the body of Zaz, so not a lot of options here. Vilga going to lurk up towards the A site, trying to either force a rotate by grabbing a kill, or just be a nuisance for Team Dig, so they keep 2 players on that A bomb site and don't move anyone over towards B. The issue is there are still 2 players at the back of the site here for the CT side. Rez about to execute Emulite. She'll execute Potter first, kill from her. Milk going to try and follow up, and she does do so as Emulite looks back in for another frag. Rez, a slow push here, very disjointed. They are waiting on Vilga to now make a play up on the A bomb site as she's wrapped up through Arch, but they've got to hurry up. No one's ready. Goosebreeder is going to hit the shot, and that should be the push of Rez shut down. I don't see them winning this one.
Artstar from behind a boiler. Finds the first frag. Easy second as well. There's even a little bit of disrespect there displayed on the floor 6-7 now, and you can see Dignitas down 7-1. They had that 6-round deficit. One confidence round from MU Elite, 2 frags or 3 frags found towards the B site from her AWP. And Res Gaming now unable to find their footing in this matchup into the latter portions of this first half as we head now into round number 14. AWP for Potter. And that could be what brings back the momentum for Res Gaming on their T side of Inferno. Obviously, we know for Potter, she, as Miss Harvey stated on the desk, likes to go for picks, likes to work the map with her AWP, trying to find openings across the map for her team. And obviously for Res, a lot of the aggression and entries are found off of the back of the rifles. Vilga, for example, early on towards Banana. Giuliano as well. There hasn't been so much space in this roster for Potter to really shine and be in the limelight.
Zaz has worked her way all the way down apartments. Artstar, Molly into smoking, sorry. Zaz pushes in front of it. Artstar might not be ready for this play. Goosebreed actually keeping her eyes on the apps now, so I think they have a bit of an idea where Zaz is. Not going to be spotted for the time being. Artstar just baiting, holding on to this position. 60 seconds left on the clock for Res to make a play, so no real rush for time. They've got plenty of it. Antika still feeling out mid for the time being, working out if Team Dignitas want to get aggressive at all. But again, Team Dig scared, passive, giving a lot of room to Res. This could come back to haunt them because it means the players on the site have a lot of pressure to actually hit their shots. The rotation is going to be far, far away now as Res look to make this execute towards the A bomb site. Antika running up through short. It's going to be Artstar with a defensive kill from the graveyard, and MU Elite to follow up with the AWP as well. 2 kills from that AWP. We needed it on the A site, and we can see why. She is going to eventually go down, so that bomb plant can come in here for Res, and now it will be a 2-on-2 retake, but finally things are looking up here for Team Dignitas. Certainly a retakeable round. Both players tagged up here for the Res side, and no utility left for the terrorists as they're split up, so untradeable positions until Potter wraps the apartments, which she will do, so both players working their way up long, trying to isolate Giuliano on the site, but Potter wide peaks, she takes down Milk, and now Rain in a 1-on-2. Molotov's great, headshot comes through, but there's no reason for Potter to fight. She has to get on the bomb. Nading will do a lot of damage, but she doesn't realize Potter's on the left side of this doorway. Peak comes through, not going to hit the shot. Rain decides to stick it, Potter will spot it, and Rain's off the bomb already. Potter knows it, no reason to take the fight again. Great bait play by Potter, and that'll be the time over, the round over, and Res up to 8.
She will eventually die though, but not before obviously winning the 1 versus 1. 8-6 as you said, which means obviously for Res Gaming now as a bare minimum they have won the half. Even if Dignitas find this final round, the best possible outcome for Dig is this 8-7 half on the CT side of Inferno as well, which does not bode well when the sides are flipped. Or once again the MU lead, obviously winning 5 rounds in a row, able to afford the expensive weaponry from the CT side. They have the full arsenal of utility to back it up as well. 5 kits, 5 Molotovs, so they can play the slow game here, Hugo. They can play for retakes. They can play down the clock. Zaz found so much success towards apartments early on into this matchup, and now Goosebreeder, Artstar as well towards apartments have started to find their footing and find their confidence in this matchup, and now we're seeing aggression from Dignitas.
Yes, certainly a comeback from the scoreline we saw at 7-2. This has been a great work, some great work from Team Dignitas, who've shown very weak CT sides, especially on this map so far this event. It's been their T sides that have carried them through most of the maps, and finally that's making a difference. It's changing as they look to take their 7th round and the final round of the half. Res limited to 3 women left standing. Trying to work their way up to mid. Smoke is down, but it's not very good. MU Elite has the angle. She'll zoom out. Did she spot Potter there? No, just missed it. So a Molotov in, forces Potter back, and MU Elite won't go for the kill, luckily enough, because there's 3 players on the other side. Res still taking their time, looking for a member of Dignitas to overface so they can get a free kill. And Artstar, she may be that player, already walking up to the pit. Luckily, just focused on the apartments, not going to be going for the wide face, playing contact at the very least from the back pit. And Res, they're running out of time now. They've got to make a move. Not much utility left here on the T side. 30 seconds left. It seems like they are going to start to make their push with this frag. MU Elite's going to go for the face, and I think Giuliano's just spotted her. She's seen the side of her body, knows exactly where she is. Goosebreeder with a Molotov. 20 seconds left. They can't afford to keep wasting their time. Nade in the pit. They're trying to isolate these kills, but Dignitas just aren't overfacing. Res just don't have time left for this round. They're going to leave it too little and too late. Artstar with a kill from the pit. Goosebreeder on the back of the site, and she's done all she can. It's enough. 2 kills for her. 3 in the round, and Dignitas takes 7.
Such a good use of utility there from Dignitas. You saw Goosebreeder waiting and waiting patiently to deploy the Molotov. 20 seconds come, chucks out the molly, delays the push for a further 6 seconds, and Res Gaming were panicked. They're forced to show their hand towards quad. Pop flash from Artstar towards Pip, finds the first frag, delays the push, and Goosebreeder on the side as well finds the remaining 2 frags. So we go 7-8 from an initial 7-1 scoreline. Dignitas bring this one back crucially. Getting into 7 rounds and now going to the T side as well. If they can win the pistol, and these pistols go 2 in favor of Dignitas, there's a definite chance that Inferno could go in their favor. And this is the map pick from Rez as well, remember, Hugo. Nuke being the next map. And for Rez Gaming so far in this tournament, I mean, I don't want to say they've been struggling, but obviously
It's not been as
these games have been a lot closer than expected. 60-14 victory versus Ares. Overtime victory as well versus Ares. A loss as well, 16-13 I believe versus Squared. These matchups have been extremely different to what we're used to.
But now fast up towards long. Zaz is going to be playing a passive angle. She catches the headshot, make it 2, looking for Milk, but trade finally comes in. Team Dignitas need to pull back a couple more frags, so an Artstar and Milk certainly going to do the job, but it's still a 2-on-2. Rotations coming in for the Res side, and with the kit dropped as well, there's only no kit in play on the CT side. They're going to have a bit of an issue trying to retake this one. Flash up for Milk. That's a decoy, actually. Res Gaming pushing 2 up through short. They've been spotted, so not really a crossfire. Bit of a bait setup. Milk just has to force them close so Artstar can get the kill. You can see Artstar hungry for this frag as they don't know she's in this position just yet. They might expect the sight as they begin to push up. Vilga's checking it, but now the double peek coming through. Antika and Vilga both hit the shots, and they have time for the defuse as well. Res Gaming, they take the pistol.
Questionable play there from Dignitas in that scenario. 2 versus 2. Bomb is planted for Pit. You have Milk there, overfacing. I don't want to say overfacing, she's playing it very well. Facing there, getting all the attention from Rez. Obviously, Rez are going to be paranoid about a player playing towards default, playing towards apps potentially, or towards Graveyard, Arch, you name it, right? Artstar, if she just hides, crouched behind the headshot angle there towards Pit, underneath balcony. As soon as that bomb's tapped, I mean, well, Antika on 1 HP. The other players, well, in the 1 versus 2, extremely low HP. High chance you can win that one, especially when you factor in the lack of the defuse kit as well for Rez.
Yeah, certainly a difficult round. They get it done. Now it's pistols for Team Dignitas, not wanting to overinvest, knowing their buy in the next will be full. AKs and utility. But for now, it seems like a bit of an apps burst. They got the double flash on Milk. She can throw that over the top of the chimney. But Zaz is here and Giuliano's in the pit as well. This is a good defense for Rez. Will they be ready for it, though? Are they out of position? Artstar running in. Zaz going to shut things down with the M4. At least the Potter can come in with an MP9. Damage done, but it's not by Team Dignitas. Rez take it clean.
5 players surviving for Rez. 2 frags found as well for Potter. Off the back of the MP9, so there's cash onto the AWP, which is what you want to see, obviously. She can afford the AWP into this round, obviously. The bomb going down to the pistol allows Dignitas to buy into the 3rd round of the half, that being round number 18, and the MP9 correctly switched out for the AWP. So then 10-7 scoreline. Rez now on double digits early on. And it will be the AWP for Potter. But on the flip side for Dignitas, Galils, AKs. The utility is strong. But right now, Rez's defense isn't. First frag found by Goose Breeder. Antika trying to get aggressive towards Banana. Will eventually be taken down. Goose Breeder finding that first frag. Rotation from Potter coming in towards CT. So there will be 2 players towards A, 2 players towards B. As the CT setup is spread thin. Smoke comes in towards CT, and here comes the real hit from Dig.
Milk needs to hit this first shot, needs to find that second entry, because there's a player up towards the coffins. That's Potter. Trade comes in through the smoke as she pushes with the AWP, but at the cost of Vilga's life. Smoke can go down towards that coffin as well, keep Rez out of this round for the time being, and with the bomb plant coming in and 4 Team Dignitas members on this bomb site, it's going to be a difficult retake. That smoke can make things easier though. Cuts off the Banana, so Dignitas for the time being aren't going to be able to get anything done, but they boost up instead to try and get an angle above the smoke. Giuliano looking to try and push back in. They drop off the boost, and now Team Dignitas, with this smoke fading, they're going to be able to strike. Giuliano needs to kill these players at the back of the site before that happens, and he starts to look really, really fast towards the back corner. There's one. Second can't come through. Emulate in the 2-on-1, and it's going to be all coming through into this. She's got no armor to play with. Potter with an AWP on 3 kills at the moment. I'm not sure if she can close out. I'm not sure if there's time, and Emulate's doing the damage, and frankly, this is over. There's no time left for Potter. Frag not coming in, but there it is for Emulate. Dignitas going to take it. Bit of a messy one, but they get it at the end of the round.
Eventually connects the headshot with the Glock, and that will be the first Byron of the second half going in favour of Dignitas on their T side now. 8-10. And for Rez Gaming, the money simply isn't there. They had 5 players survive as well in the last round, so you can see they're potentially going for the quasi-buy into this one. Most likely going to be buying into round number 20. This does give room now to breathe for Dignitas. They can get to 9-10 scoreline, only be 1 round behind Rez. Also with the MP7, for example, from Rain, they can stack up so much cash if they can have 4 or 5 staying alive, make sure they salvage the rifles and the AKs. Stack and farm cash with the SMGs, have 4 or 5 stay alive, have an efficient anti-eco, sorry, and try their best. Ooh, they've already lost the player, but try their best to stack up as much cash going forward.
One player down, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Giuliano's already fallen out with that Galil. However, Team Dignitas still ready to walk into this B stack. They've got to work that out pretty quickly because Rez have 4 players on this side of the map. Range just holding passive for the time being. Doesn't want to go around the corner, especially not with that flash being set up from Zaz. Not only is Antika here playing for the Zeus shot, but as soon as she gets a Zeus shot and then goes down, the flash comes over for Zaz, and the 2 other players push aggressively and try and take down the Dignitas members. This Zeus should guarantee at least 1 kill, but it doesn't. Rain's going to hit the headshot. Great job. Flash can come over now. Aggression from the CT side will amount to nothing as Rain just mows them all down with the MP7. The one player at the back of the site that they will expect is dead as well. And what a clean execute from Team Dignitas. Not a single frag from Rez on that side of the map.
Bomb will be planted as it will go 9 to 10. Giuliano with the salvage Galil off of the corpse from Goose Breeder. Smoke comes out towards CT. You can see Dignitas want none of this. There's no reason for them to overface, throw away their economy essentially. Giuliano's simply playing for extra frags, most likely going to be swapping out the Galil anyway for an M4. Or she can drop it over to one of the players on Rez. Allows one of these extra players to afford more utility, which is obviously extremely crucial, as Dignitas showed us on their CT side of Inferno. But it does go 10 to 9, and we should be seeing the second buy round here of the second half. And I believe a pause may come in. As you can see on your screens as well, yeah, I think it's a technical issue.
Aha. Well, either way, not the best of times to happen. This game is starting to be very, very close, though. Team Dignitas putting up a good fight, and considering now they're on the T side, even though they are a round down, they're starting to claw things back into their favor. Again, we know how strong their T side can be on Inferno, so if they can show what they did in the group stage, there's definitely an opportunity for Team Dignitas to take away the map pick of Rez and attack.
Interesting.
Thoughts?
Interesting. Surprised, really. Obviously, Miss Harvey said XP3 has such a good input for this team, and obviously only having 2 2-minute pauses instead of the 4 30-second pauses, it's very hard to have, you know, continual input across the whole of the half.
Yeah.
So obviously, maybe they're trying to get off to a good start where they win this round, get to 10 to 10, force out another quasi-buy for Rez Gaming, get to that 11 to 10 potentially scoreline lead, and obviously at that point, if XP3 can give enough information, strategy that they can carry forward for the whole half, you know, the issue you can find yourself in is if you save that pause for too long, it could be a 14 to 9 scoreline, for example. At that point, it may just be too late. So having the input early on may be the correct decision.
The only issue with this one now is that, yes, okay, it may be good in terms of them working out how they want to approach these next few rounds of T-side, but if they start to lose, and if Rez pick up maybe the next 2 in a row and it's 12-9, and XP3 has something, okay, this is desperate, they need to know. He's out of luck. He can't do anything at that point. So this is going to be very difficult for Team Dignitas to negotiate around if they do start to lose, but assuming they can kick things off again and you know, strong on this T side as we know, it may work out. We're going back into the game either way. We've got the buy coming up for the Rez side. They've got not much utility. 3 smokes, 1 Molotov across the entire team. I mean, Vilga doesn't even have a nade. And no AWP. Is going to be Potter on the scout as well. So fairly limited here for Rez, but we've seen them do more with less, so we won't count them out for the time being. It's a triple B setup to start things off, and apps control as well taken by Potter.
Really important from Potter. Not only apps control, but you saw she jump spotted towards the window. She spotted 3 towards second mid. Would have seen the bomb, and yet we still see 3 players towards Banana for Rez Gaming.
Oh, fast here for Dignitas. They're speeding up the pace. Zaz is going to be ready for this one, but she's not going to be equipped. Only a rifle to work with, no nades. Sitting in the Molotov, forced out, and there's the kill, but it's not enough. Already Goose Breeder with a double entry, been so good so far. Team Dignitas bombed down in a 4-on-3. Rez, again, left for the retake here. Is this even doable, Snods?
This should be a save, potentially.
A confident team, though. They do like to attempt it, at least look for a free pick. If Team Dignitas overexpose themselves and get taken down and lose a couple of players, maybe Rez can get back in, but they've got to speed up. Even with the kit, this time is ticking away. And 4 players split across this bomb site. Not an easy attempt. Giuliano pushes in. There's the opening kill. They do follow up. Giuliano takes a second as well. Now Team Dignitas starting to lose members. And Tika needs to jump on this bomb as well, because the time is starting to tick away, but they don't expect Goose Breeder. Doesn't seem to matter. Vilga hits a shot now with Artstar last alive. She can't stop it. Giuliano with a massive retake. 3 kills.
4 versus 3. Great after plant positions as well from Dignitas. You have player towards Graveyard, crouch not facing. Player towards default playing the headshot angle. 2 players towards pit as well. And towards quad. Very hard round to lose for Dignitas. You saw a believe it was Rain towards Graveyard, chucks out the HE grenade, and I instantly saw Juliana just instantly change her crosshair towards Graveyard. She gave away her position. If she stayed hidden there, you saw Juliana push through the smoke and instantly pre-aims that angle. That could have been an extra 1 or 2 kills there for Dignitas, and that could have been them getting to double digits.
And it's so easy to hold that Graveyard position and just trade with someone either on the
Off
side
contact,
or
off
up into the
contact.
short. And there were 2 players up on short as well, so Team Dig, they had great after-plant positions, but weren't able to get anything done with it. Rez exploiting that factor, and now it's Pistols here for the T side. Fast up towards the B-bomb site. We've got 3 players here for Rez Gaming. How much can they get done? Rain is already finding the first kill, but it's a double trade coming in from the CT side. Only 2 players left, and Team Dignitas are getting mown down. The low HP here on this T side. Bomb plant shouldn't come in, especially not with Antique at the back of the site, and I really don't know what's going on.
I haven't got a clue, mate.
No,
I haven't got a clue.
kill feed, mate.
I haven't got a clue. Do you know what? Middle does look rather beautiful.
Yeah, I know. Really, really great part of the map.
It's like
It's an audio cast, you know?
I was about to say.
Radio
you know,
cast.
It's like a radio cast, yeah. That's quite nice. You know, what can you decipher from the scoreboard and the kill feed? Oh, thanks. Yeah, brilliant. There you go. 20 kills there for Julian. Obviously, massive retake in the last buy round, which is obviously a massive turning point so far for this game for Rez. 12-9 up now, and it will be another buy for Dignitas. But as you said before, if they go down 9-12, they now lack the, you know, coach input that can really change their T side and give them input in a sense that can grant them their way back into this matchup.
Yeah, there's really not much they can do about the situation as well, because as we said, you know, Rez, this is where they thrive, right? They're in a great position to actually close out this map now. Dignitas are going to need this next round. Otherwise, we could be seeing 14-9 before Dignitas have a buy back in their hands. Other than that, a bomb plant is needed here at bare minimum for Dig if they want to get that investment next round. AKs and Galils pieced together here. It's not the best buy we've seen, but what can they get done with it? Up towards mid is Emulate. Already damage done to both Zaz and Vilga, but that hasn't seemed to stop Rez in the past. Team Dignitas trying to execute on this A-bomb site, and they have the utility to do so as well, so that shouldn't be limiting them by any means. Rez already look at this pre-rotation. They've moved Antika towards the boost. They've got Vilga coming in through the arch side. They're going to be well equipped on this A-bomb site. Good smoke usage from Dignitas. Cuts off this rotate from Vilga, but Zaz has already opened up in the apartments. Artstar's dead. Trade comes in from Goosebreeder, but they're going to need a whole lot more than that. One more player at the back of the site, and they won't expect it as well. Zaz doing damage on the apartments. Vilga's coming in from behind, and I don't think Goosebreeder's realised that her teammate died from a player in the back of the site. No communication from Dig.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Thoughts?
13-9. It's hard. It's hard. You know, pathetic fallacy. Do you know what that means?
Yeah.
I feel like the Observer was setting us up for what we're about to see, and that was a complete mess. 13-9. Into round number 20.
You're getting a death stare from the other side of the room, Snots.
13-9, 4-round advantage here for Rez Gaming, and for me, it feels like they have the foothold in this matchup. It's going to be an eco round coming out from Dignitas as well. 14-9 should be the scoreline. Another round as well for Rez, where they're versus Pistols. They should be able to accumulate good cash and get their money rolling.
Well, again, it seems like it should be a retake here, but they've done it against Rifles, even in a 3-on-4, so 4-on-4, well-equipped. Rez, plenty of utility. Dignitas, not even health, not even Rifles. It's a lone AK on the side of Artstar, taking off the body of Zaz. So if Dignitas win this round, it would be a miracle, but this is a confidence booster here for Rez. If they can get back in, get some quick kills. Molotov's in. Usage of these nades are really nice, but actually shots coming through for this T side. Emulate and Artstar both finding kills on the defense, and Giuliano almost going to get knifed. Potter saves her back, and now trying to defend the bomb site. Bomb defuse coming in, but it's going to be cancelled. Artstar taking down Giuliano, and Potter holding the angle with the AWP. It's Rain on 2 points of health, and the shot's going to be missed. She needs a USP out, but she can't hit the shot. Dignitas, how on earth did they win that round?
10-13. These are scrappy rounds.
Oh, yeah.
It must be the pressure. I mean, surely there's no lower bracket in this tournament, remember. Okay, Hugo. Yeah. If you lose this matchup, you can no longer win. There's no lower bracket crawl where you can win some more best of threes, try and get that second seed into the final. Instead, you lose this matchup, and the best position you can land yourself at is third.
As Nitro said in his interview at Star Series as well yesterday, I think it was, is, you know, if you get 16 rounds, you win. So that's what they're looking for right now, Snots. Aptly put, very true. Not much substance to it, but it's a fact.
No reading between the lines.
Just very straightforward. Either way, Vilga up on Banana, push through the smoke. Oh, she's going to be ready for it. No flash to follow through. She gets one, but in the meantime, Juliana's also taking a frag. So we're still in the player advantage, and Zaz going to make that happen even better. 4-on-2 now. Dignitas are looking to execute onto this B site. That smoke goes over. They need to commit with this as well, because they only have one more smoke left on this T side. But look at the rotation from Rez. They've already pushed Zaz up into second middle, and that allows for a triple B stack.
Aggression, as you said, from Zaz. Nets Rez, so much strong information. Zaz has to drop on any of these players if they come back in towards A. 4 versus 2. Stack the Arch player, rotate in towards Speedway. Close, faster rotation towards the B bomb site. And now the smoke's coming towards CT and whatnot. Juliana should be making her way towards B, but they're walking into a 3-stacked site. Oh,
nice shot from Emmy Elite. That's the first kill. Maybe they'll follow up, but no, Milk going to get traded. So Emmy Elite needs to take this one-on-one while she can, but very cleverly played from Potter. Going to fall back off the angle. Doesn't need to commit to that fight at least. Wait for her team to come back in. There's no way Emmy Elite can get the plant here without getting another frag, because they can just all peek her at once. She's going to attempt it, or at least a fake. Potter with a face, but she knows it's a fake again. 16 seconds left on the clock. Emmy Elite pinned at the back of the site. I think this one's undoable, Snods. Rez looking like they're going to take their 14th round, and they will. On the map pick, their map pick of Inferno, 14-10 up, and money of Team Dignitas, that will be the question mark.
And we said as well, there is a massive upset potential for Dignitas. If they had won Inferno, going into Nuke as well, they are the favourites on that map, even though Res Gaming are considered the best female team. Dignitas on Nuke may have what it takes to overthrow them. So this Inferno matchup is crucial for Res.
They have between 3 and 4K, and they're actually going for the eco here to play for overtime. This is a really ballsy move. What do you make of this?
I think when you look at the pass so far for Dignitas, obviously the utility has been extremely strong.
Yeah.
MU lead AWP as well has been a defining factor of not only the T sides but the CT sides as well, saving for the AWP for her. But yeah, coming back from a 5-round deficit and trying to win 5 rounds in a row is going to be a mammoth task.
Oh my god, it's not going to be this round at the very least. Vilga's just massacred them in mid. Art's still going to try and get away after one kill with the P250, but that'll be it. Res Gaming have shut down this round, and as we expected, again, only pistols in play, and with Res maybe expecting that eco to come through for Dignitas. It's always, you know, a question mark on that. You know, some teams do like to buy up in that situation. You know, Miss Harvey always says that she will never play for OT. She will always buy. Dignitas having a different approach to that round, and now they've got to pull this 5-round comeback. Yes, they have guns for this one. Yes, they have a pretty good buy now. But honestly, 5 rounds in a row when Res are looking fantastic on this second half, is this even doable?
Guess we're about to find out. Round number 26, 15-10. 5 match points now for Res going forward. AWP for Potter, and obviously the AWP for MU Elite as well. We know how important that is going to be here for the T side of Dignitas, but how is the AWP going to be utilized?
Early banana going to be taken? Is our mic? Our mic's okay? There we go.
There we go. We're back. We're back. Just like we never left. Anyway, someone who has left the server, Juliana taken out early. Goosebeard with the Galil Wolf on that frag. And once
MU Elite! That is...
I think it was a straight wallbang as well.
Nice shot, didn't even see her. Smoke was down, gets the kill. And now with that, Dignitas, they can execute onto a site. Both players on the CT side split up, but they haven't been spotted just yet. Vilga throwing out the smoke, and Antika showing a presence on the A-bomb site. So Dignitas now know one player split between the site. Where do they want to approach? Where do they want to attack? Because they're going to essentially get a 3v1 if they push together, so they need to group up. No reason to have a lurk in this position. No reason for that. Vilga trying to make a hero play in through the smoke. She's dead to Rain. Understandably so, going for that aggression, especially considering Dignitas didn't make any noise on Banana in that round after that pick from MU Elite. So Antika's going to have to wrap all the way up through the Banana, but Dignitas are going to be ready for this. MU Elite is going to be ready for this. Apparently not. Shot missed. And now Rez are going to push up towards this site. I'm sorry, Antika is at the very least. She's got a 1v2 in her hands. Molotov to go towards the back box. This could be very,
instead,
very
I believe,
good.
yep.
Yeah. There's that one angle at the very least. She knows that no one's going to be playing to... Oh my god. Mike, what is going on?
1 versus 2. Then she'll be taken down there from the contact play. And I think Hugo's mic may be unplugged. I'm not sure.
This is good.
Oh, he's there for a second and he's gone now.
Yeah,
So
I'm just getting baited here.
Oh. Anyway, 15-11. Dignitas are slowly clawing this one back. 4 rounds required as well, and it will be the tactical pause, I believe, from Rez. So that will be all 4 pauses used. Obviously, 2 so far from Dignitas, and this is now the second from Rez. 15-11. Do you still feel like there's a chance for the comeback if your mic works?
We'll find out. There we go.
There we go. He's back.
Okay.
He's back.
I'm on and off. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's doable, right? Because now if we look at it, 12 rounds certainly possible. Rez have a buy at 12, sorry. They lose that, it goes to 14. So they got 2 buys left of this if they play the economy game, you know, as they should. Rez a team to like their force buys, but I'd imagine in this situation they should just be playing it correctly. I don't know. I feel like Rez still have this in the bag. It's going to require big effort from Team Dignitas, but again, as I've been highlighting this map, we saw how strong they were, Snods, on this map, on the T side, getting 10 rounds up against Singularity. That name came through.
There we go. 15 to 11, obviously. Still, I mean, 4 match points for Rez Gaming. In terms of the economy, you can see, going for the quasi-buy, Deagles, CZs, P250, they have Kevlar as well onto 3 players. Diffuse kit for Giuliano as well, just in case something crazy happens. But still, 4 more match points for Rez Gaming required to win this first matchup and this first map of this best of 3. And because there is no lower bracket, you can see the pressure causing or being the catalyst potentially for the messiness in these rounds.
Well, we're back into this one either way. Rez Gaming, pistols and armor. Bit of utility on Giuliano as well. A couple of other players with nades and flashbangs.
Oh, we are live. Let's see what happens then. Round number 27, and this is before the quasi-buy coming up from Rez Gaming. So there should be, we've already seen some crazy rounds being played out here from both sides. 15 to 12. So in reality here, Hugo, it's almost as if there's only 2 more buy rounds for Rez. They eco this one, it goes 15-12. Then they have the buy round once it's 15-13, and the buy round again once it's 15-14. So really just 2 more buy rounds separate Dignitas and overtime.
But again, I wouldn't even say it's past the point of Rez for them to pick up one of these ecos, get around with pistols, and already Potter's opened things up. They're walking into a B stack. Rain's going to be able to get the trade onto Potter, but do they expect 3 players on the site? Team Dignitas slow things down. At least the gun for Rez isn't retrieved. Team Dignitas should be able to regain control of this round. Giuliano's alone on A for the time being as well, so no information ready for Team Dig. And actually Rez going to go for that rotate. That's a really risky move as well, but it's not going to be the right call to make.
They have to make a risk here somewhere. You have the man advantage. 1 player advantage should I stay instead. 1 player advantage here for Rez Gaming, right? In terms of if they can stack all their players here, you can see instantly Giuliano coming towards Arch, going towards CT, going to be joining the ranks towards the B bomb site, and the B stack has been correct.
Vilga hits a 1D though. Daz follows up with the pistols. Are they going to do this on an eco? Yes, they are. Rez out of absolutely nowhere. We just say they can win these eco rounds, and they certainly do. 16 to 11 on the first map. Rez take Inferno.
It could be the final we secured here for Rez. Obviously, if you are Dignitas, you have to get the upset early. This is a team where you need to surprise them from the get-go, try and get an early start. You know, it should have been 7-2 in their favor instead. If they want a chance of potentially overthrowing and upsetting Rez, it has to be done early. You cannot give them as much space as they did. Giving them the 6-round advantage so early on meant there was so much room for Rez to learn about Dignitas, understand their defaults, understand what to change, and going forward as well for Dig or Nuke. This has to be a must-win, otherwise the best position they can try get to is 3rd or 4th.
That's the thing though, this is Nuke, right? This is where Dignitas are far more comfortable than Rez moving forward, so there's definitely going to be an opportunity for them to take that victory and move forward at the very least. I wouldn't say this is impossible to go to 3 maps, so yeah, I don't know, it's definitely on the cards.
It is indeed, but I believe there is someone, or some people out there willing to break this one down, so let's see what the desk has to say about this one.
Thank you, Snods. Thank you, Hugo. Game 1 done. Rez take the win. And we spoke about this before, and you got to say straight away, the pistol round went in favor of Dignitas. 4 alive, looked confident, a B push, but it didn't go their way. Now, before we get too far into it and break it down, let me introduce another guest we're having joining us on this desk. He's going to be CLG Red's coach, Cody. Thank you for giving us your time, and how are you doing?
I'm doing well. A little upset that I'm on the desk instead of behind my players.
Oh, yes.
But, you know, it's a fun experience, so.
Well, let's look at Inferno. So before we go over to the Nuke, Inferno was a situation where we spoke about it, we said it should have been convincing, the force comes in, and then ultimately what happened was Dignitas just kind of fell apart. They crumbled. That's the only way to do it. They did come back towards the end, but that first half could have gone completely their way.
Honestly, it took a little bit of time for Dignitas to get in the game.
Yeah.
Like almost 8 rounds, which in a way it's unacceptable. They won pistol, and it seems like the eco they lost really crushed their mind because it took a long time for them to come back from it. But then afterwards, I think Dignitas was on the right path. I never felt like Rez was in control of that game at all. I felt that Dignitas kept making the mistakes to give them res the round. There's 2 crucial post-plant T side that Dignitas should have won, and if they win these rounds, it's a complete different game.
Now, we were sat there, Cody, talking about the tactical pauses and how they were using it. Now, you had some strong thoughts and opinions on that, like on how it was actually worked out. And it is so much more difficult, right, to come back into a game if you're running out of that, feeling the pressure of only having 2 across the game. So what was your personal view on it?
Well, on the second half, they actually, XP3 called a timeout. I think it was at 10-9, and you could tell that he made a great call to go towards A fast after they were pressuring B for a few rounds in a row, and they just threw a simple left side mid smoke and then a flash up to take bracket and then a flash for pit and balcony, and they took the site, you know, got a great entry and then traded the next player at a 4v3 after plant, but the CTs just came in with a great retake. And
yeah, it's crazy how they won that round. Honestly, this should have been a Dig win. You can see Dig is like preparing to leave the site because they thought that Rez was not going for it. They thought they were saving guns. And then all of a sudden Rez is going for it, and the Dignitas players are just not ready, not in position, and they get caught off guard and they lose that round. This is an unlosable round.
Yeah.
This is the rounds that you lose, and you lose matches because of it, and unfortunately, they lost that game on that round.
Well, we've got the replay in front of us here, looking at some of the key highlights. This was that opening pistol that we were talking about, and it was a convincing start for him, but this ended up happening, and this is where the game kind of changed around.
Yeah, that pistol round was really good from Dignitas, and then the eco was the opposite.
Yes.
You know, it's really hard to watch, you know, these rounds, and as you can see, Rez is a lot of individual plays. You know, they're pushing through smokes, they're going for kills, and they're getting them. Dignitas is more like a pack, and they're still doing great. It's just more like, you know, they still need to close these rounds. They're doing great beginning of rounds, but they just can't close it.
And you touched on it as well. You said you never felt like Rez was in control, and I'd agree with that because there were so many rounds that went down to the wire, but it was just going in favor of Rez. It was like Dignitas was really struggling with closing them out.
And there was so little, like little things that could have honestly went Dignitas' way.
And so Dignitas now, yeah, they are in a situation where they're down 1 map. They've got to kind of build themselves back up. What can they take away from that game in this short time? What can they rebuild upon here?
I think, well, I don't know if you agree with me, but I think that the takeaway is that their game works.
Yeah.
Like, they just stick to the game plan, it works. The calls are great. Every round, honestly, they had the advantage, especially T side, they got the picks, you know.
Yep.
I think everything they're doing is working, but you can feel the end of the round when it's like, you know, those crucial mid-round, you can feel they're nervous and they need to not be. They need to go get in, get these frags, and just get into their face and secure those post plants, and they're going to win the map 2 for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. The thing that Dignitas can take away is that they didn't let the game slide away from the beginning.
Yeah.
Going down 7-2 is not a great feeling, and for them to like just get some rounds and get back in that game and actually have a chance to win it at times is definitely going to help going into Nuke. Which, I mean, if we do look at the map pool, we were saying earlier, that Inferno is like a must-win for Rez, just because I give the advantage to Dignitas so much going into Nuke.
Okay, now we're 1-0 for Europe, so I'm winning this so far. Steph,
We'll
come to
Are
it.
we really doing this? NA versus you? All right, all right.
You've become my Moses, so you're my female, much more attractive.
Yeah,
You've got hair.
it's already unfair. There's only one NA team in all
No,
of the
no,
seven.
because we're better.
Do you agree with that, chat? Like, do you agree?
I might be shooting myself in the foot here, but either way, we're going to go to a quick break. We'll come back into Nuke. So don't go anywhere, guys. Nuke's coming up. Stay with us and take out this check ads.